Hey guys, welcome to Cricut. Today we're going to make a project using Cricut Distressed Craft Foam. This fun material makes great kids' crafts and cuts beautifully on the Cricut Explorer. My kids love reading and they get really excited about new bookmarks. Let's make this one today. For this project, we need Cricut Distressed Craft Foam, ribbon, 2 black brads, and adhesive. When cutting craft foam, I prefer to use a deep cut blade and housing and a strong grip cutting mat. Open Cricut Design Space, make sure you're logged in, and then click on New Project. My daughter really likes owls lately, so I'm going to look for an owl image to use on this bookmark. Oh, my daughter will love this owl with hearts for wings. Let's select it. This image includes a phrase that we don't need to use for this project, so let's delete the extra layers. When using craft foam, simple images result in the best cuts. Now this owl has quite a few details that we don't need to cut for our project. To simplify the image, we can hide cut lines and then the machine won't cut them. This is called hide contour. To hide contour, we first need to ungroup the image. So let's start by hiding contours on the main body piece. Select the layer and click Contour in the Layers panel. A new window will open. Now these lines, they show us the individual cut lines on the image. Let's hide these scalloped lines on the body too, and the inner ear lines. Notice how they change color from a dark gray to a light gray. When changes are complete, close the window. The image now reflects the changes we made. Hiding contour lines is not a permanent change. If you change your mind, big deal. You can always select the image, click Contour, and follow the same process to unhide the contour lines. But for our project today, let's leave them hidden. Now let's look at the other layers of this image to see if there are more cut lines that we want to hide. We can look at the layers by rearranging them on the screen. In the Layers panel, click on the layer to select it, then click Arrange at the top of the screen. Here we can move layers forward and backward on the canvas with a simple click. Let's move this layer to the front. We don't need the black shadow layer because we'll be using brads for the eyes of the owl, so let's delete it. Now let's look at the white layer by bringing it to the front. We want to keep the white layer, but we don't need to cut the small details in the eyes and ears, so let's hide the contour lines. Now we need to move the white layer to the back. Let's regroup the owl by clicking Select All and then Group. Once the image is grouped, we can move and resize it as a whole. Our owl is about 2.5 inches tall, and I think that's a great size for the bookmark. Let's change the colors on our screen to match the materials we'll be cutting. Once you're happy with the project, click Save, name the file, then click Save again. We're almost ready to cut. Like I mentioned before, I like to use a deep cut blade when I'm working with craft foam. Let's change out the blade housing now. Open Clamp B, lift out the standard blade housing, drop in the deep cut housing, and close the clamp. Click Make It to start the cutting process. Once we are ready to cut, click Continue. Set the material dial on your machine to Custom, and then select Foam, Distressed. Place the craft foam on a purple, strong grip mat with the distressed lines running vertically. Load the mat into your machine. Press the Blink and Go button on your machine to begin the cut. Continue to load and unload the mats as prompted by the software to cut the remaining pieces. Our bookmark is ready to assemble. Use adhesive to layer the image together. Add brads for eyes. And adhere ribbon to the back of the owl to make the bookmark. My daughter is going to love this. Stay tuned for the next video in our tutorial series. We'll learn more about using a variety of mats and materials with the Cricut Explorer. Cricut makes it easy to go from inspiration to creation.